Hello! Hey there, home slices. Welcome to this week's Random Facts. This week is all about outer space. I've got some interesting facts that I bet you've never heard before. There were a few that even surprised me. So strap into your jump seat and prepare for liftoff. Cheesy, I know, but you giggled. All right, let's get going. I gotta go back in the back. Scotty's making tacos. All right, guys, here are our first set. These are all about stars. The aurora borealis has a sister phenomenon in the southern hemisphere called the aurora australis. The aurora australis lights are visible from New Zealand, Tasmania, and Antarctica. The aurora australis, like the aurora borealis, occurs when solar particles collide with gases in the Earth's atmosphere. Also, like the northern lights, the best time to see this amazing light show is in the winter, southern winter, of course. March through September are the best times to see them. So if you've never seen the northern lights before, hold on one second. So here's an example of what the northern lights look like. Basically, the southern lights, or the aurora australis, is the same thing you would see up in the north, the aurora borealis. This has always been on my bucket list to go see these. I don't care if I see them in Australia or if I see them up in Alaska. Doesn't matter to me. Now back to our other star facts. A star has been found moving closer to the sun. In a million years, a star named Gliese 710 will have moved within 6/10 of a light year from the sun. This is more than 6 times closer than today's nearest star, Alpha Centauri, which is over 4 light years away. Astronomers used the Hubble Space Telescope to photograph a star called Betelgeuse. Yes, there is a star called Betelgeuse. Come for your daughter, Chuck! I'm sorry. They have now been able to see the surface of another star. Betelgeuse is a red giant star located at the left shoulder of the constellation Orion and is the largest known star in our galaxy. Cool. Not all stars are found inside galaxies. Astronomers have found stars moving between the galaxies, which are millions of light years apart. These stars may even have planets, possibly with intelligent life on them. If they do, these beings would see a lonely sky with just one star, its own sun, and a few faint galaxies. That's a bummer. And the last one. The farthest you can see with the naked eye is 2.4 million light years away, or, 140 with 6 sets of zeros behind it. So 140 and 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 zeros. So 140 with 18 zeros behind it. Whew. So that would be 140 with 18 zeros behind it. Miles. That's miles. That's the distance to the giant Andromeda galaxy. You can see it easily as a dim, large gray cloud almost directly overhead in a clear night sky. Cool. All right, it's time for, you guessed it, some facts about the moon. The first footprints on the moon will remain there for 1 million years. Astronaut Alan Shepard hit 2 golf balls on the moon's surface. So on the Apollo 14 space mission in 1971, Shepard became the first and only person to play golf somewhere other than Earth. He attached a 6-iron head that he smuggled on board in a sock to a piece of rock collecting equipment and hit 2 golf balls while on the moon's surface, hitting his second shot further than 200 yards. Gosh, I wish I had 200-yard I could hit 200-yard shots. That's pretty impressive. For me, anyway. I haven't played golf in years. Monks in the 16th century recorded seeing a giant explosion on the side of the moon. It most likely was a large meteor that slammed into the moon and left a large crater. Good thing the moon was between us and the meteor. The largest crater on the moon, speaking of, measures 183 miles across. So that's basically the distance between here and Albuquerque. That was the size of a single crater. It's pretty huge. The last one. This one's kind of funny. No country is allowed to own the moon. The Outer Space Treaty, more formally known as the Treaty on Principles Governing the Activities of States in the Exploration and Use of Outer Space, including the Moon and other celestial bodies, was ratified in 1967, and it prohibits any country from claiming sovereignty over the Moon or any other celestial bodies, and also from placing nuclear weapons or other weapons of mass destruction there. All right, so our next set of facts are about the planets in our solar system. Days on Venus are longer than years. Due to its slow axis rotation, it takes 243 Earth days to spin one time. But it only takes 225 Earth days to go around the sun, because it's closer to the sun. Humans could never land on Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, or Neptune because they are all made of gas and have no solid surface. They're made of gas. Oh, I'm so sorry. If you could live on the planet Mercury, a year would only last 88 days. That's a pretty short year. Stop and think about that. I wonder how old that would make you if a year was only 88 days. You tired of the cold weather? Take a vacation on the hottest planet in our solar system, Venus. At over 800 degrees, it is hotter than Mercury because the clouds and abundant carbon dioxide hold in most of the heat received from the sun. I bet it smells too, all those clouds and all that heat. Okay. Olympus Mons is a mountain on Mars which is about 15 miles high. Yeah, you heard me. 15 miles high. 3 times higher than Mount Everest. And at the top, it's 45 miles across. That is a humongous mountain. Someday, you may go ice fishing on Jupiter's moon, Europa. Evidence is being constantly discovered that there is an ocean under the ice of Europa. The ice would keep the ocean from evaporating, and huge tides caused by Jupiter would keep the ocean temperature above freezing. I'm kind of on a Eureka kick lately. I'm on a Eureka binge. If you've never watched that show, you should really watch it. They have a group of scientists that go to Titan, which is one of Saturn's moons. Anyway. And the last one, Jupiter's red spot is like a tornado and is 3 times bigger than the Earth. Could you imagine having a storm that filled the entire planet and then it had enough room for 2 more planets? Wow, that's a big storm. So here are tonight's last set of space facts. So I saved the best for last. The weird ones. So contrary to popular belief, it is really, really hard to see the Great Wall of China from space, particularly with the naked eye. People used to say you could see the Great Wall of China from space because it was so big. Turns out you can't. Neil Armstrong's hair was sold in 2004 for $3,000. Gross. Excuse me. The lucky buyer, John Resnikoff, holds the Guinness World Record for the largest collection of hair from historical celebrities. That is so disgusting. The not-so-lucky barber, Mark Sizemore, who cut Armstrong's hair, received threats of being sued by Armstrong's lawyers, who said he violated an Ohio law that protects the rights of famous people. Sizemore said he wouldn't pay, and Resnikoff said he wouldn't give back the hair, but that he'd donate the $3,000 to charity. I'm sorry. All right, our last weird fact. We actually may have already had alien contact. In 1977, a volunteer for the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, or SETI, received a 72-second-long signal from a distant star system, 120 light-years away from Earth. It was loud and sent from a place that had yet to be visited by mankind. Okay. So the guy who received it wrote, "Wow," next to the original printout of the signal. It continues to be known as the wow signal. Since researchers have since researchers have since suggested that the noise was picked up from a passing comet. Whatever. It was space dudes. Wow, those were some really interesting facts about our planets. Our planets, moon, and stars. Sorry. How cool would it be if we really did make some sort of alien contact back in 1977? That would be so awesome. Have you seen the movie Contact? It's a really good movie until the end. If you've never seen it, you need to watch it, and you'll be very disappointed by the ending of it. Sorry, but I'm not going to give the ending away. So I think the weirdest one for me was the guy who bought Neil Armstrong's hair. Very bizarre and really gross. Just so you know, I get really grossed out by loose hair. Like, you should really see me when I have to clean out the shower drain. Ugh. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed these interesting and weird facts about our solar system and the universe. And now, your cheesy jokes for this week. You know what? I bet Earth makes fun of other planets for having no life. Nobody? Anyway. Why couldn't the astronaut book a hotel room on the moon? Because it was full. Anyway, how do you organize a space party? You plan it. Wah, wah, wah. So what planet can you download music from? Neptune. I'm so sorry. I'll see myself out. This is, oh my gosh, what's his name? I forgot his name. Ted. Ted the astronaut. He's silently judging me and my jokes. Anyway, be safe out there, and don't forget to wear your mask.